How are you all? Hope you all are well and good. So today in this video we are going to do some practical work on chapter number 2. Okay, so first we will start with a sentence. Okay, I'm typing a sentence. Okay children, so here goes a sentence. This is a sentence. Now if we have to move the cursor to the next line, if we have to move this cursor to the next line, then how we will move? We will press the enter key. Now see children, I am pressing this enter key. After pressing the enter key, the cursor moved to the next line. Okay, now in the next line also you can suppose you can write I love computer. Okay, so again if we have to put the cursor to the next line, we have to press this enter key. Again I am pressing the enter key. See, the cursor has been moved to the next line. Clear children? Now the work of the shift key. First we will learn about the shift key. What is the work of the shift key? Suppose children, if I have to make the word capitalize, in the first word, if we have to make the first letter of the word capital in capital, then only we can use the shift key. Okay, I'm using the shift key. See, shift A space Q, quick brown fox jumped over the old lazy dog. Children, you also write your name. Suppose I am writing my name with the first letter in capital word, then for writing the first letter only with capital, then you can use this shift key. Okay, you can use the shift key for writing the first letter in capital. Suppose I am writing my name, shift S U B H A B R A T A, shift P R A M A N I K. So like this you can turn only one or two letters with the help of the shift key in capital. Clear? Now if you want to make the whole make the whole thing capital, make the whole name in capital, then you have to turn on this caps lock key. Okay, here the caps lock key, you can see this is the caps lock key. You have to make it on. I'm turning on this caps lock key. See, the light has been glown. So now if we type SUBHABRATA PRAMANIK, or if I am typing a dog. Dear children, now after this comes the shift keys options. Now shift key, with the help of the shift key you can see the marks over here just above the number keys, the marks. If you have to put these marks, or the above the punctuation keys also, you can see there are various type of marks given. Okay, the interrogation marks, the greater than, the less than, the column, the double quote, okay, the brackets. You can use these brackets with the help of the shift key. Okay, now I am I'm pressing the shift key and I am typing here 567. Did the 567 appeared on the screen? You see, no, the 567 did not appear because I have pressed the shift key. Okay, I have pressed the shift key, and if I press the 5 6 and 7, then 567 will not appear on the screen. Okay, instead the characters which are given below, instead the characters that are given upward will appear on the screen. Okay, it's a percentage, ampersand, star, all these will appear. See, I'm pressing the shift key and pressing 8. See, star is coming. Now I'm pressing 9, the bracket is coming. Now I'm pressing 0, the bracket close is coming. Okay, I'm pressing the double quote by pressing the shift key. Okay, by pressing the shift key I'm pressing the double quote is coming. If I don't press the shift key, only single quote is coming. See, only single quote will come. Now comma will come if we don't press the shift key, but if we press the shift key, then the greater than sign will come. Okay, sorry, the less than sign will come. then if we press the shift key, the greater than sign will come. But if we don't press the shift key, the full stop over here will come. See, the full stop is coming. Again pressing the shift key, greater than is coming. If we press this one, slash is coming. But if we press the shift key and press this one, the interrogation mark which is on the top will come. See, the interrogation mark is coming. So like this you can use the shift key. Clear everyone? Now after the shift key comes the end key, or the home key, and the end key. Okay children, now you can see where the cursor is. The cursor is at the end of the line. Okay, now if I press the home key, see here children, the home key given over here is this one, with just below 7, the home key is given. Okay, so if I press this home key, then the cursor will move to the start of the line. I press the home key, the cursor has been moved to the start of the line. And again if I press the end key, the cursor will move to the last of the line, I mean at the end of the line. Again home key, the cursor moved to the start of the line. End key, the cursor moved to the end of the line. Clear children? So like this you can move the cursor from the start of the line to the end of the line with the help of the home key and the end key. Now in the tips and tricks, it was given that with the help of the control keys you can move the cursor at the beginning of the document. So I'm showing you here, I'm pressing the control key, and now I'm pressing the home key. See, the cursor has been moved to the start of the document. Okay, you can see where the cursor is. The cursor is at the start of the document. And again if I press control plus end key, then the cursor has been moved to the end of the document. You can see here the cursor has been moved over here. Control keys also I will show you. Now I'm showing you. Suppose I have selected this one, jumped. Okay, suppose I have selected jumped. Now if I press control C, if I press control and C, then it will copied. Now I'm placing this cursor as a new line. Now if I press control V, see, it was copied from here to here. Now again if you press the enter key and again if you press control V, it will be copied. Then again if you press enter, control V, it will be copied. So like this you can copy a whole sentence also. You have to select the line, then control C, and then put the cursor in a new line and then press control V. See, the sentence has been copied. Again if you press enter and press control V, the sentence is again copied. Again if you press enter and then press control V, the sentence is copied. Okay, so like this you can copy any sentence with the help of these shortcut keys. So for the shortcut keys, control plus C comes for copying and control plus V comes for pasting. Okay, we will learn about the punctuation marks or the punctuation keys. Okay, so what are the punctuation keys children? The keys which are carrying the punctuation marks, like the comma, full stop, slash, single quote, double quote, column, semicolon, all these are the punctuation keys. So if we have to use the punctuation keys, we have to press this punctuation key. For comma we have to press this one, C. For comma we have to press this one, C, comma is coming. For full stop we have to press this one, C, full stop is coming. For slash we have to press this one, slash is coming. So all type of punctuation marks you will get over here. Okay, so while you press these keys, the punctuation marks according to your wish will appear on the screen. Now after the punctuation marks comes the tab. Okay, tab, what is a tab? A tab shifts the cursor a few steps in forward direction. Suppose I have typed here I. Okay, then if I press the tab key, see, the cursor has been shifted a few steps in forward direction. Then love, L-O-V-E, love. Okay, after writing love, if I press the tab key, then see, the cursor has been shifted to the a few steps forward direction. Computer, C-O-M-P-U-T-E-R, computer. I have typed computer. So after typing computer, it is end. So you can see here by pressing the tab, the cursor moves a few steps in forward direction. So children, this was up to this. I mean, it was up to this. The practical is over. So you have to practice this in your computer, and those who don't have the computer, please look this video again and again so that you can understand that how you have to operate the computer and how you can use the keys in a proper way. So children, thank you.